Hi, fourth and fifth grade students. Hi, it's Mr. Van Houten here. And I'm going to have some lessons for you next couple of weeks. So I'm really sad that I can't be there, but I had to do a little surgery on my knee, and I should be better after the holidays to get back in the swing of things, but I'm going to need to rest up a little bit for that. And I appreciate you doing a great job for your guest teacher. And we're going to do a little lesson about value today, about value drawing. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and I'm going to start you out with that, and then you're going to kind of finish up with the guest teacher and continue in on your project. And next week, I'm going to have a really great holiday lesson for you. Okay, so we're gonna our kind of theme today is a cake, and if you look at this one, here is a value drawing of a cake, and we're going to talk about what value means. Value is kind of light and dark in art. So when you look at this, is called a value scale. So black is the darkest value. Black, complete black, is the darkest value on the value scale, and then you go all the way down to 1, and 1 is complete white. And you see, when you go from 1 up to 5, you go from white, and you got like kind of a light gray, a middle gray, a dark gray, and black. So it kind of looks like a gradual transition, kind of called a gradient. This is a gradient from white to black, is a gradual transition from white to black, and all of those tones on the value scale in between. So we're going to do our value scale, and our value scale is going to be with the theme of cakes. Okay, so I'm going to lead you through this. I'm going to get you started off, and there's all sorts on that website. There's all sorts of different cakes. I'm sure we could leave that up on the screen for you guys to look at as you're drawing your cake value scale. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab our piece of paper, and we'll start off. And really, I think you could have this either way. It could be the vertical or the horizontal direction on your piece of paper. I think I'm going to make it that way just for you guys, but depends on how high you want your cake. You know, if you want to go with a really tall cake, you may want to go vertical. And if you're going with kind of a wider cake, you may want to go with this way. So that just depends on what you want to do. So let's go ahead and start off with 2 lines right here. So this cake is kind of a cylinder. So we're going to go ahead and start off with 2 lines like that. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to put this this is called an ellipse. So an ellipse is a long, drawn out oval on the top of that cake right there. Okay. And then it's not just flat in the bottom. This kind of looks like a can, right? So it's a cylinder is what we really have here. And it could be wider. Mine's a little taller and skinnier, but we want down at the bottom, we want a curved line down here. Okay, now we got to take a slice of this cake out. So if I put a dot right here in the middle, and I'm going to take 2 lines like this, and I'm going to go down. So 2 lines right here, right there. We're going to put a dot in the middle, 2 lines, and then go ahead and put these lines coming down right here. It's taking a cut out of this cake. So we can take that cut out of the cake. What we need to erase now is this part right here of the cylinder line. And let's go ahead and take that cut out of the cake all the way down. What we want to do is keep this right here like that. So we can take this out now. So look, it's got a nice cylinder, but the cylinder has this cut out of it right there. Okay, that's kind of cool. So the rest of this we're going to do, so the layers, I'm going to make these layers. So I'm going to go like this and just follow this line here around. So I'm going to make different layers of the cake. So you know how you have like chocolate cake and you've got like vanilla cake in between. Look at how it goes like this. It does that line. It follows this line all the way around, up and down the cake. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 5 on there. Same as the 5 value point scale that we had before. You can do this with colored pencils. You can do this with your regular pencils. So down at the bottom, inside this cut here, this is the darkest that I want. Like if I'm doing this with color, do it with don't use yellow. Yellow is the only color I would say not to use with a value scale. If you're doing with pencil, you can do it with colored pencil or pencil, but this is the darkest tone. So what you have to do is press really, really hard, okay? Really, really hard on your number 5, the darkest tone on the value scale. So if we present, I'm going to present that again, and you're going to see that come up. I want you to see this value scale right next to that cake there. Okay, so that value scale, look at how number 5 here of the value scale. So it's the darkest value right there. And you have to press really hard. That's the point of press really hard. Okay, we go to number 4. We're going to press a lot softer. It's going to be like kind of a dark gray. So we want a little, like we still want it to be dark, but right here, we're going to lessen off the pressure a little bit, and you want it to be a dark value. If you're doing your value with color, then you want it to be, you want to know that it's just a little bit, so like that. So see how that's a little bit lighter than that one. And then this one is again going to be lighter. Going to be lighter right here. So this is like the middle value. It's not the darkest dark. This is my darkest dark. This is my dark kind of gray, number 4 in the value scale. This is number 3. And then number 2 is just super, super light. The lightest you can make it. So just a feather, like the difference is the touch on your colored pencil. So see how light that is? Just very light like a feather. And then we have pure white. So look at, we made a value scale in the cake from number 5 all the way 4, 3, 2, 1 to white right there. And then the rest of this cake is really for you to do what you want to do with the cake itself. So you want to outline these things. You want to put candles on it, okay? You want to put a table back here. You want your cake on a platter. You want it on a bakery. I'm serious, like get creative. Put a kitchen back there. Put a baker's hands and the kneading dough or ovens and they're baking cakes and everything. So I want you to really think outside the box. Cake decoration. I don't know if you've seen those shows where it's like holiday baking shows. I know my wife's really into that. So kind of think about how they decorate that cake and just make it super, super awesome in your drawing. So I'm glad I could get it started with you guys on the video, and happy, thank you so much. And I want you to have a happy day, and thank you for doing our lesson today and doing a great job for the guest teacher. And I'm going to see you next week, and I have a fun holiday lesson for you. Bye, everybody.